Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Young and Underpaid with Danny D. That's me. What a freaking week, am I right? I guess I need to clarify that I don't know what I'm doing, but you should know kind of what you're getting into when you listen to this. You're getting into me talking about random things, and I don't know what I will be talking about, but it will either be like personal stories, maybe some advice that you don't have to take, maybe just things I like, things I don't like, maybe just a gripe session, maybe an optimistic session. I have no idea. But today, it's going to be mostly me talking about things I like or things I like to do. What is in right now, what's not, or just things that I observe that are in. Actually, it's a lot of just things that I honestly like. So let's just get right into it, shall we? Number one, oh, also the mic sitch. I'm just trying to lean back and hold it, but unfortunately, I haven't figured out a way to do that without making a lot of noise. It's like, sorry about that. Okay, so things I like. Number one, can I hold this? And does it sound okay? Oh, please sound okay. I'm a handy dandy little notebook. Love making lists. That should be number one, actually. Didn't write that down, but a list? Who doesn't love a list? And then just like the satisfaction of checking it off the list, something that you've done. Incredible. Can't even really say what is better than that, honestly. Does anyone like, okay, think about things throughout the day that like, oh, I need to get that at the grocery store when I go. Like you're brushing your teeth and your toothpaste is running out and you're like, okay, I need to get that when I go to Target next or like Walmart next or wherever you shop. And then you don't write that down. So then the second you get to Target, you're like, what did I need? And then I just end up getting a bunch of shit that I don't need. I would say it's a problem, but when I say something is a problem, I always feel like I need to fix it. And I don't really want to fix that, but I should. I really should. That was not on my list, but I do love a list, obviously. Okay. Oh my God. Miniature things. Anything miniature? Obsessed. Little miniature gnomes. Gnomes are already miniature. Oh my God. I love them. And like in my purse right now, there is a little miniature tape measure, which I'm obsessed with. Do I measure anything with it? Not really. But if I needed to, it measures about like 2 feet. But it's just so cute. It's literally like this big. It's like the size of a quarter. And it works just like a regular tape measure, only it's really, really tiny. And I think it's adorable. I don't know why I feel the need to keep it in my purse, but I do. It's there right now. And it's right next to my miniature tools. And if you don't know what miniature tools are, they're like technically they're like the glasses, like you can fix your glasses with them, little miniature flathead screwdriver, miniature Phillips. I don't know what they're all called, geez. But they're so adorable, and I have a little set of 3 of them, and they have different color, like what is the handles? Oh, they're so cute. They could be for a set of glasses, but I don't think they are. I think they're just my little miniature set of tools for like my little miniature things that I have. So I love miniature things. What else do I have that's miniature? Anything tiny. Oh, I have like these little tiny little cones, like, you know, orange cones that are really big and tall traffic cones. I have like little mini ones and they're like this tall. And when I say this tall, if you're not listening to this video, or if you're not watching this, it's like this, it's like they're like 6 inches tall. So tiny. And I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna use these cute little traffic cones for? I don't know. But they're cute, and I'm gonna keep them, obviously. Anything else miniature? Ugh, I don't know. I could go on for a while. I could just look around my apartment right now and find a ton of miniature things that like I don't need. I don't know why I'm obsessed. And you know what? I'm also obsessed with like keeping these things or buying these things, like, or if someone's like, oh my god, look how cute this is, I'm like, oh my god, I need it. Why? I look around my apartment. It's a lot of shit, but I just look around and I'm like, what what is wrong with me? Am I on another planet? What are all these little tchotchkes? And why do I need them? I don't. I want to be a minimalist. Yet I find myself with fucking little teeny stuffed animals everywhere and gnomes literally everywhere. Gnome. I need to get a grip is what I need. Okay, another thing that I really like. Oh, I love. Okay, I'm not the handiest person, but like I try to be, and I'm saying I'm not the handiest person as in like I hung everything in this house. Not everything, but almost everything. Did I do a great job? I would say not really. But are there things on the walls? Absolutely. Some things look like they weren't done on purpose, and I'm not sure about that. But I try to be so handy. Like, I have a tool, like, what is it called? Not a tool belt. That'd be crazy. I have, like, a tool kit. I have a lot of tools. I built a plastic, like, shed outside to hold my gardening tools, which, who do I think I am? I don't know. I am not sufficient at like half of the things that I do. Actually, probably more than that, honestly. Like 75% of the things I'm just like, I think that I'm capable of anything, and it's just obvious that I'm not, or it's really, really apparent that practice does make perfect, and I do not practice enough. Oh, but I have a drill with drill bits. Why? I don't know. Who knows? I use it sometimes, I guess. I don't even know the last time I used it, honestly, because everything I put together, it's uses a fucking Allen wrench. Good lord. This chair, Allen wrench. That's the only tool I used. But I really am obsessed with like being handy. Like, I have a shovel. That's like one of my requirements for a counterpart if I ever get one. The job application literally says, can I mount a 65-inch TV? Do I have a 65-inch? No. Can you mount one? You better be able to. Just saying. What else can I do? I put everything in here together. Oh my god. Story time. I have the funniest freaking story. So this kind of goes with being handy, kind of just goes with being dumb, which is my MO, honestly. I was looking for outdoor furniture because my apartment that I moved into a couple years ago is somehow equipped with a backyard, and I needed some patio furniture, but I don't know if any of you have ever looked up how much patio furniture costs. It's ridiculously and weirdly expensive and confusing because it's all like kind of shitty material. But that's not really the reason I got it off of Facebook Marketplace. I usually just get things off of there because I don't like to spend money. Like, if I'm spending money, I have to think about it for a long time. A very long time. One time, it took me 2 years just to buy a pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses. And by that time, like, I wasn't even sure I wanted them anymore, but I had made the choice. So anyways, so I bought these two like outdoor patio chairs and like a little table that goes in the middle of them. I bought that on Facebook Marketplace from this girl. I go to pick it up. I'm in my sedan at the time. Her and her boyfriend come out with the chairs and the table, and they're like, "How are you gonna get this home?" And I'm like, "Oh, I got this." Literally do this all the time. And then we start to put the chairs. I started to put the chairs in the back seat because obviously my trunk, absolutely not. These chairs don't come apart, by the way. Well, they probably could, but nobody has time to take apart the chairs. Like, what? So I'm scooting my seat up, my front passenger seat and the driver's seat, like literally all the way up as far as it can go to fit these chairs in my back seat. And the boyfriend is like helping me put these chairs in, and it takes like a good 10 minutes just to get them in the car. And then I'm getting in the car and driving with my knees up to my fucking face. My tits are like, sorry, I shouldn't have said that, but ridiculous. Like, I probably look like a freaking clown driving home. And then, did I think about how hard it was going to be to get these chairs out of my backseat by myself? Because I had help getting them in, and it took 10 minutes. And now I have to get them out by myself, which, you know, they went in pretty sure they're going to come out, right? It was like 30 minutes and a lot of sweat, and I was freaking pissed. I didn't have anybody to help me, so it was dark. I think it was nighttime. Yeah, it was nighttime by the time I got back to my apartment. So yeah, it was a giant mess, and they're in my backyard right now. I don't even like them that much, but I will not be doing that again. But I did get a new car, and it's a SUV, so I can load shit. Very exciting stuff. Oh my gosh, which brings me to another story, which is hilarious. I went to Home Depot to buy a grill because I have a freaking backyard. Obviously, I'm going to buy a grill. Do I use that grill? Not that much. Honestly, someone else should come over and grill something because I don't like to cook. And I thought, well, that's perfect. A grill is like not really cooking, but it is. It's all under the same umbrella of things that there's very few things I don't like to do. I take that back. It's under the umbrella of things I just could give a shit about. Anywho, so I went to go get this grill, and it's in a box, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Like, gotta put it together, I guess. Sure. I did not. Oh, and by the way, it's a flat top grill, so it's like fucking heavy. I don't even know how heavy it is, but it's so heavy that I don't know how it's getting in my car, but I bought it. Who knows? I'm also getting a propane tank. Also heavy. I have no business doing either of these things. So I buy the grill. I put it on that huge rolly thingy that it's like a cart, but it's so big that it doesn't have sides to it because it's for like large items. I'm scooting that thing to my car. There's a Tesla parked next to me, and the guy's in the Tesla. He's like watching me look at my trunk and like look at the rolly thingy cart, and he's probably looking at me like, you're not gonna do that. I don't even know. Honestly, it was so heavy. I could not even, like, you know how you lift something up off of the ground and half of it is still on the ground, so you're only like grabbing the two corners and trying to lift it? Couldn't even do that. It was so heavy. So there's no way I'm lifting that even higher and getting that into the trunk, which is like way up off the ground. So I'm just kind of looking at him like, hey man, you see me, I see you. What's good? And yeah, he gets out of the car. He's like, you need some help here? And I'm like, honestly, it's looking like I do. Can you give me a hand? He's like, I don't know how you're going to get that in there. I'm like, oh, it's getting in there. One way or another, it is getting in here. So, long story short, I'm just kidding. Is this a long story? Jeez, sorry. Long story short, actually, no, there's a lot more to the story. So, he is helping me get this into my trunk. It's not really working. We get it like kind of halfway in, but it doesn't go past a certain part because the angle, you'd have to be there to see it. But basically, my trunk has to be open for this car ride home, which makes it even funnier. So he's like, I think you'll be good if, you just leave it open and just drive pretty slow, And I'm like only like 2 miles away from home, but I do have to get on a freeway. So I'm like, yeah, dude, thank you so much. No big deal. I'll get this handled. Again, not thinking about how I'm going to do it when I get home, but needless to say, did it anyways. I got there, I got home, and then I'm really panicking because I cannot get this out of my car, my trunk. I cannot even push it out and let it slam on the ground. Not that I want to do that, but I couldn't even do that. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? So somehow I get it like halfway to where I could open the box. I get it like halfway out of my trunk to where I can like open the box. I just start taking shit out of this box. I'm like, all the parts to this grill, I'm just taking them out of the box to make it a little lighter. It's ridiculous. I'm like making trips into my apartment from my garage because it's an apartment. So, and the garage is like kind of not close to the front door. I can't just like walk into my house from the garage. It's like around the corner through a gate. Anyways, so I'm making several trips into my apartment from my garage. People are seeing me for sure. I get it to where I can finally get the box out of my car, out of the trunk. So I get it out, I set it on the ground. I cannot pick it back up. There's no fucking way. Where's a dolly when you need it? Like, who owns a dolly? What? If you do, hit a girl up. I get to a place where I'm panicking. I kind of want to cry, but I don't want to cry. I'm just so anxious and excited to get this thing in my backyard and start grilling that I forget I also have to put it together. But I'm trying to think of what I can do. Finally, I realize, okay, well, you don't have a dolly, but what is like a dolly that you could use? So I found like an old blanket, like a sheet kind of, but like a thicker sheet, but not like quite as thick as a blanket, I guess. It's pretty big. So I use that. So I put it on the ground and then I shimmy the box onto the blanket and then I drag the blanket from my garage to my apartment. And again, it's a far way, so people saw me. I stopped many times to take a breather. It was loud. My blanket was completely ripped on the underside of it from dragging. What a nightmare. And then I put the entire thing together in my backyard. I think that might just be a Sagittarius thing where it's like, I don't need no man. And then it's like me carrying a freaking air conditioner through the mall. That would be me. And boy, is it a toxic trait. I tell you what. So anyways, one of my requirements for my next boyfriend is you best be handy, maybe even have a dolly. I'm over talking about being handy because I'm not handy. But I do want to talk about what I like to wear around the house. It's insane. I have like the ugliest, most comfortable pairs of sweatpants that look like they've been like really, really, really lived in. Like one time I wore them to my soccer game. Okay, I like to be warm and comfy when I go to my soccer games. I'm taking the sweats off when I play, obviously. Like, I'm not gonna run around in a pair of sweats at a soccer game. That's crazy. That's insane. I would get too hot. Obviously, I get really hot. I get really sweaty. I've had a lot of people tell me, "Wow, you sweat a lot." Like, no shit, Sherlock. Mind your own business. Anyways, so I have these like crazy huge sweats, a couple of different pairs, and they're not like old. They're just like super, super comfy. I feel like they're kind of trendy, but I'm not that trendy, so they're probably not. But I go to my soccer game, and then one of the girls on my team was like, "Whoa, those are crazy." And I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" She's like, "Those sweats, it looks like you haven't done laundry in a long time." And like, that was what was left to choose from, your old ass gigantic sweats. And I was like, I bought these like 3 weeks ago, dude. Like, what? These are a staple in this household. I don't know what your problem is, but did your guys' moms ever wear like nightgowns? I find that such a weird word, nightgown. Anyways, my mom used to wear these weird nightgowns where like they just looked raggedy. Like that I would never wear out for sure, but it's like no bra. You just have like these weird boobs happening, but so comfy. And I love wearing that. I could wear that all day long. It's like tank top style, but like a little bit of a dress because it's a nightgown. Ugh, love that. Or just really comfortable sports bras with no padding. And then like these huge, huge sweats with fuzzy socks and then slippers. And if anyone ever saw me like that, oof, no thanks. I don't know. It really reminds me of my mom though. Now it's tripping me out. Maybe I should rethink that. Also though, I like go on walks and I wear these big sweats and then I wear these like, it's cold, okay? It's San Diego, but it's cold in the morning when I go on my walks. I'm wearing this like big old jacket, big old sweats, cozy socks, you name it, a hat. I'm walking down the street. There's like this gym down the street from my house that like every morning I walk by it in this get up like I'm in the snow, like I am frigid, it's freezing, and all these people are in this gym staring out the window at me while I walk by. They're like half naked, basically, no shirt. Like I'm just like, hello, don't you feel this blizzard? Oh, yeah. I love to wear big baggy clothes. Not like on a date though, or not like out. Just usually in the confines of my own home, but also in the morning when it's freezing. What am I going to do? Wear shorts? No, not on my walks. However, towards the end of my walks, since I walk so long, I start to sweat a little. And then I'm like, damn, maybe I shouldn't be wearing this giant puffer. But what are you going to do? Speaking of first dates, what are like first date topics that people talk about? I've been thinking about this because I don't know, maybe I'll go on a date soon. You always gotta be prepared, you know what I'm saying? So I've been thinking about this and I'm like, what is a no to talk about? Or a yes? Or like what's too much to reveal about yourself on a first date? Because I like to talk about really deep stuff, but then I have to remember that that's weird. And not everybody likes to do that, which is weird to me. I don't understand it. Because, I don't know. I just like to get to know someone right away. And I like them to know me right away. And that requires deep, very sensitive information. Do you fear death? No, that's weird. Or maybe just asking them, what kind of clothes do you wear around the house? Do you wear a bra? Do you go commando ever? Just curious. Gotta know what I'm getting myself into. I haven't gone on a date in a really long time, obviously. Like a first date. If someone asked me to go get some coffee at this coffee shop that's not very far from my house, but like I can't, or I'm not gonna walk there because it's too far to walk. It's like a mile and a half. But then driving is difficult because it's such a busy area and looking for parking is annoying there. But then it's like, who Ubers a mile and a half? So hear me out, hear me out. What if I rode my bike there? Would that be weird? Because it's not like a pick me up at my house situation. It's more of a, I'll meet you at this coffee shop. Is it weird if I just show up with my helmet on? Honestly, please let me know. DM me or something. Maybe I'll put a poll out, because a poll isn't, yes, that's weird, or no, that's not weird. Because I need to know. This is important information that I need to know. I feel like it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to lock up my bike. Maybe I'll just hide. Maybe I'll put my helmet on my bike when I lock it up, and then he won't even know. I'll just like park my bike a block away, and then I'll just like casually walk up. Maybe a little sweaty, but just refreshed. I've been thinking about it. Honestly, I've been thinking about that a lot, and it's making me nervous. So I would seriously appreciate the advice. Also, what are we wearing to this coffee date? Because if I'm riding a bike, I can't really like, I mean, I could wear jeans, but that would be maybe athleisure. Maybe my big old sweats. No, I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. I would do some athleisure. I don't know. Then I would have to, I could wear jeans and tennis shoes, but then I would just have to like really go slow on the bike. You know what I mean? Because I could either rip a jean, I could sweat in a jean. That is going to be, that's a TBD. That's a game time decision, maybe. I don't want to freak myself out, though. Like, I hate when I wait till the very last minute to do anything or decide anything, and then I'm just like, oh my God, I'm going to make the wrong choice. What do I do? And then I just wish someone would choose for me, but that's not how life works. Okay, I think that was really all I had for you guys today off my little list. I do have a PG corner, but I mean, I wanted to end every episode with a PG corner. Okay. A little personal growth corner, that is. Just a page in Young Pueblo's book. I think that's how you say it. Actually, I don't know. Clarity and Connection is what it's called. This is a page out of his book. The world is a giant pool of moving vibrations, waves of energy emitted from all beings. When we cultivate our minds, we cleanse our personal vibe. We reclaim our power by not yielding to what flows around us and by allowing what is within us to come forward. Remember, the energy you most often repeat is the energy you will most likely connect with. Your vibration is always shining and affecting your environment. So give off good vibes, good vibrations. All right, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm tired. Good night. It's been nice chatting with you. Thank you so much for coming. Hope to see you next time. Goodbye.